I'm live now. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, from wherever you're watching me from. How are you guys doing? Please, when you're coming in, like this live stream. Please like the live stream. Let us finish up today. Um, I've been I've been meaning to film this particular live stream. Hi, Divine. How are you? you you not miss out today. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. How are your studies and exams? How was your exam, rather? Good to have you here today. All right, so let me put you on stage. Okay, so today's gist, eh? Today's gist is very, very interesting. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. All right, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into the details of this gist. All right, see, my exams went well. We thank God. All right, thank God for that. Good to have you here. All right, so now the topic of for today is very, very interesting because it's something that we've been talking about. I think somebody mentioned it in one of my live streams that what happened to nwokolo, the former Mr. Supranational. What happened to him? They were like, say, today just go tough. Yeah, so today this must go tough. I just like I knew that I had to come on live today. I had a very busy day, but I was like, no, let me just freshen up and come on live and finish up with this because Miss Word gist is coming up. So I don't want to delay further. All right, so the topic is a very, very interesting one because somebody mentioned in one of my live streams that what happened to Ogunwokolo is he still part of, is he still going to represent Nigeria in Mr. Supranational rather? And I was like, I wasn't sure because, even before this whole thing happened, we're not sure if he was going to represent Nigeria, because of the controversy that surrounded his his interview, I think with Honest Bunch, that controversial podcast with Nidu and Co and Loki Udu. So I already knew that that was already a dent in his image. Like he had already, in fact, he don't spoil many things for himself. Man, no just talk too much. Man, no speak too much English. That interview that he granted, he don't. In fact, that was the nail. How would I put it? Is that what was the language? In fact, let me not talk too much. That was the reason why, he was dethroned in the first place because of that interview. And of course, I was expecting Silverbird organization to say something about it. They did not say anything. They did not issue a statement. That was then, no, not now. Before they issued the statement, I was expecting them to say, "Oh, we have finished investigating the issue." Remember that time at Silverbird? Remember when Silverbird, when they talked about the issue with Ugbo, they said they were going to investigate the, the situation, the controversy, and they'll get back to us. They did not get back to us after investigation. So it was like probably they had sorted it out behind closed doors and they were going to allow him to go ahead to represent Nigeria in Mr. Supranational. But that was not the case. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I had to attend to something. All right. So they did not issue any statement. They didn't say anything. So I was thinking that probably they've sorted the issue out with Ugubokolo. Probably he was still going to go ahead to represent Nigeria because even on his bio he was still reading Mr. Supranational Nigeria. So I was like, okay, probably they sorted the matter, and he was going to represent us. Only for me to see that, only for me to even, it was when Nigeria, Yeah, it was when Nigeria participated in Super Chat, Mr. Super Chat. That was when I found out that it's not so. Okay, sorry guys. So as I was saying, sorry for that interruption. So that was when I found out that nwokolo was not going to represent us anymore. It was now Mazi Michael. That was the reason why. That was the reason why I said that Silver Ben would have issued a statement. He would have told us with if they would have even said, "Oh, we are going to replace um, Mazi Michael." We're going to replace nwokolo with Mazi Michael. There was nothing like that. There was no statement to that effect until the super chat video was uploaded. So it was just a very confusing issue because I was expecting them to have written that statement long before now, at least 2 or 3 weeks before the super chat. That was what I was expecting, but they didn't say anything about it. They kept quiet. I said, okay, no problem. Now the issue of this dethronement, they would have let us know that this is the reason why nwokolo is no longer Mr. Supranational. That was what I was expecting. In that particular statement, they didn't tell us the reason why. They just said that Mazi Michael is now replacing nwokolo. So I was expecting them to say something because I know the reason why it was dethroned. But Silverbird did not give us any clue. They didn't tell us anything. They didn't say anything about it. They didn't say, "Oh, we have found him wanting and we found him guilty of the offense." Nothing like that was said. And that brings me to the fact that it's very, very important that they keep us um, updated as to the reason why they make certain decisions. You can't just issue a statement without letting us know the reason why he was dethroned. But at this point, he still believes that is the Mister Supranational Nigeria. Like he has not even removed that title from his bio, and he has not even said anything about it because, of course, they must have told him that you're no longer going to represent us in Mister Supranational. All right. So, anyway, that is one of the reasons why I said that as a pageant queen or king, you need to be very careful the kind of interview that you grant to the general public because you are now a public figure. So, whatever you say out there can impact your crown, can impact your journey. Okay, so just imagine that what he said, what he thought he did that would have brought him fame, actually made him to lose the title. It's so sad on his own part because for me, I think he brought it on himself. He brought it on himself because of the fact that he did not seek proper guidance. He did not seek proper advice before he went on that podcast. And this is a big lesson to every other person out there that want to participate in pageant or you are a title holder. What you say out there really, really matters a lot. So you have to be very, very careful with the kind of words that you use or the kind of interview that you grant out there. All right, so now coming to Mazi Michael, you guys know that he was crowned Mr. World Nigeria. So he was supposed to represent us in Mr. World, but he wasn't able to do that last year because of visa issue. That is that aside, that one was very painful because it was announced that he was not able to attend. I felt so bad for him. I was thinking that he's going to wait for another 1 year or 2 years before he goes for Mr. World because I heard that Mr. World doesn't hold every year; they hold every 2 years. Okay, so it was very, very sad that he was not going to wait for another 1 year before he's able to represent Nigeria. But I'm so happy that Silverbird made this decision because I felt like he was most suited for the job. Even before then, some persons were saying that nwokolo is very, very arrogant. is this, is that, is that, is this. And look at what happened. Look at how everything played out. So for me, if for me in this regard, I would say that everything happens for a reason. That's what I would say. Because right now, Mazi Michael is doing very well. I think he won the super chat. I think if you watch my video, the video I posted yesterday, he won the super chat for his group. So he's doing very well. And I see him doing very well in Poland. So this is, to me, this is one of the best decisions that Silverbird has taken so far. This is one of the best decisions that Silverbird has taken, because I wasn't, I wasn't, I wasn't I wasn't particularly um, comfortable with the idea of nwokolo representing us, because of all this controversy. This controversy would have just, marred his participation in Poland. So I think this is the best decision that Silverbird has taken, and I really like this decision. I like this decision. So going forward, um, let's follow him. Let's support him. I feel like he's going to do very well. I feel like he's the person that is suited for the job. That's just what I can say at this point. So obviously we have two very strong representatives to Miss Supranational and Mr. Supranational. All right, so I'm looking forward to him attending Poland, going to Poland and attending the competition. And also, I want to say that the franchise holders, they should try as much as possible to make decisions on time. Because if they had told us, because the reason why I'm saying is that I did not even know that it was dethroned, but that Ugo was dethroned until I saw the super chat and I didn't see him there. So at this point, I think this is very, very important that organizations or franchise holders, they actually give us heads up, give us update ahead of time. Let us know what the decision is in terms of the contestant, if the contestant is actually going to represent us or not. So in as much as I like the decision, but they would have let us know on time. But all the same, I don't think I might be able to review his performance super chat. If you want to look, if you want to watch the video how he performed, go to Mr. Supranational YouTube channel. You see his performance. He's in group. Whose group is he? Group 4. So I think he's in group 4. You just see, the uploads that of the other of the groups, and how far he performed in that particular group. Okay, so that's it. Though. What are your opinion on this issue? What do you think? Do you think that given the circumstances, forget about the fact that nwokolo was replaced. What do you think going forward? What do you think pageant contestants or pageant Nigerian representatives, rather, let me just use it, let me recognize the word. What do you think Nigerian representatives should do going forward when it comes to granting interviews? And in situations like this, what do you think the organization should have done? Because some persons will still come and why did they dethrone without proper investigation? But you guys know what happened. You guys know that interview that he granted, it was not really, I don't think he was given the permission to grant that type of interview. And with the controversy surrounding that interview, it shows that Nigerians are not really happy with him. They were not really happy with him. I saw so many comments, so many comments in that comment section. Some people were saying that, is this how he's going to represent us internationally? So many persons already doubted his participation. They've doubted his performance already. So I feel like, to me, this is the best decision. There's nothing they want to say about it, or there's nothing any other person wants to, say about it, because I felt like it was the best decision that they would have taken at this time. And also, that's Hukum. I think he needs to. I don't know. He has not really said anything. He has not said anything. He just kept quiet. But I think that he needs to say something. He can't just keep quiet in this kind of situation. You need to come and tell us the reason why, and also apologize. apologize that you were not able to fulfill the contracts for which you were crowned. Because of course, when you're being crowned as a representative as a representative of Nigeria, you need to also fulfill the contract, fulfill the terms and obligations in your contract. So I think he breached the contract. He breached the how would I put it? He breached the reason or the platform that he was called upon, like he's representing. That's just the word. He breached that contract. So there's no way or there's no how that Nigerians will be happy that such a person that said such things. I don't know if you guys watched that video that he made, because most of the things that he said they were really, really condescending. They were condescending to the female gender, because the kind of things that he mentioned, talking about women. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if you guys can hear me. So he did not. Can you guys hear me very well? Okay. So like I was saying, for me, I felt like the type of interview that he granted, it didn't really make sense at all. Because number one, it was condescending to women. Most of the things that he said did not really make sense. As someone that is representing Nigeria, you have to make sense. You have to say certain things. You don't have to say something that put you on the spot in a bad light. You understand? Because what he said, it didn't make sense at all. It didn't make sense. And he now even was in the situation. He now mentioned that he now came out again in another interview and said that he was forced to make those statements. That he was forced to make those remarks, those ugly remarks about women. And I was now like, how can you come out and tell us that you were forced? It doesn't really make sense. So Divine said, but Silverbird, I really don't understand them. You should have dethroned him a long time ago if you know he won't be presenting Nigeria. Exactly, that's what I'm saying now, that if we did not wait, if I hadn't seen the super chat event, I wouldn't have known that he was dethroned. So that is one of the reasons why I said, if they knew that he was not going to represent us after that whole controversy, at least they would have come out and issued a statement saying that we have concluded the investigations and we found out that he's guilty and he cannot go on to represent Nigeria. That is just what they would have done. Shikina would have ended the whole issue. But instead, they waited till super chat before they let us know that, oh, we have a replacement for him. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really make sense. I feel like at this point, they should try as much as possible to let us know what is happening. Keep us updated, because it does not really make sense that you see these things online and the organization that is involved or that's supposed to be the one to update you, they're not doing the needful. They now did underground work. Probably, I don't know why they did that, but I felt like they would have long announced or dethroned Ugo immediately. You don't need to waste time. You don't need to say, oh, let us investigate. Okay, after the investigation now, what did they say? Did they say anything? Did they come out and say, we've finally investigated this matter and nwokolo has been found guilty and is no longer going to represent Nigeria? Did they say something like that? Even in the statement that they issued talking about the replacement, they did not even let us know why he was dethroned in the first place. So, anyway, for me personally, I like the decision. I like the decision of Silverbird. But at the same time, they would have issued a statement. They would have let us know on time. They would have let us know on time. Anyway, let me read your comments. I'm not going to waste much time today. I just have about, maybe 10 minutes more. I have 10 minutes more to the end of this live stream. All right. So for me personally, I don't have any issue with the replacement, but at least let due process take its course. Follow due process. If you found him guilty and you dethrone him, let us know ahead of time. Because for me, it was just a very short time that we got to know that he was dethroned after the whole that controversy. I think that controversy happened in March or February, if I'm not mistaken. In that February, I think it was in February. At least they had 2 months for them to have completed the investigation, done everything. They say, oh, we no longer, he's no longer representing Nigeria. Because me, I already knew that after that whole controversy, nothing for him. I already knew, and I think for me, I think that he had a he already knew that that was going to impact on his journey, because he was saying it in one of the videos that even the Silverbird organization, they called him and like, what are we hearing? What's this? What kind of disgrace is this? You went and disgraced us in a public space. That was a very big disgrace, so a very huge one, because me, I even shame for him. I shame for him after that podcast. I was ashamed for him because it was very, very terrible. It was a very terrible one. I to make it worse, how can a grown-up man say you were forced to make that statement because you were looking for popularity? Now, the popularity that you were looking for now, just imagine where it landed you. So if you're looking for popularity, why not go to platforms that will even talk about your your pet project, what you stand for? Do you understand? Why didn't he go to platforms that will elevate him, that would make him more visible? Let it be about his own pet projects. Forget about what they call it. Forget about your whether you're looking for popularity. Now the popularity when you carry, when you can't get and a bad popularity or bad publicity. You went to a controversial podcast where they talk about controversial issues. Is that where you think that you're going to get popularity from? It does not really make sense now. Instead, you don't even try, safe. You don't even try. You don't even try at all. Okay, let me read this comment from the Divine. It said, it is a good decision to save the face and authenticity of the pageant. This should be a lesson to every pageant king and queen out there to be careful with your words on interview. Exactly. I said it before now. When you dey go grant interview as a pageant queen, please mind what you say. Don't be everything they tell you when you talk, now you go talk. Be very careful with what you say, with kind of words that you use. You cannot tell me that a full-grown man like you were forced to make those statements, which you, of course, you know that it's contrary to your belief. Because he came out and said, "Oh, he doesn't that what he said about women is not what he stands for." I was like, why did you now go ahead and say it? That poor women turn you on, poor girls turn you on. Is that what I'm supposed to say as a pageant king, somebody that is representing a country? You're saying that poor girls turn you on, and you're going to represent us on a Western platform where the rights of women are very, very important. They don't joke with women. If you are joking with women here in Nigeria, they don't go fit try for abroad now. You know that women's rights abroad is very, very, they uphold women's rights very well in the Western world. So when you are talking about women in a condescending manner, and the particular pageant, the international pageant, they're watching you, and where they're coming from, they hold women in high esteem. Not here in Nigeria or in Africa where they treat women anyhow, the way they like. At least for rest for your head, say, I'm not supposed to make kind of statement because the international pageant body, they are watching you. They are watching your every move. So after making that kind of statement, you think that you are now going to be popular. Now, popularity now, where did he take you to now? Because I don't see him even going to represent us in any other pageant again. This is the end of the road for him. Sorry to say this, he has spoiled his pageant career. He has spoiled his pageant career because he does not have a good track record now. I pity for him, Sha. I pity for him because for me, I don't think there's no need going to participate in another pageant again. There's no need. For someone that was dethroned. Where do you want talk? Where you go? where you dey go, where you won't go, where you which pageant you won't go again. There's no need now. Divine said, and he should have been the first person representing us in Mister. Exactly. Just imagine this is the first time we're having a rep in Mister Supranational, and this is the kind of person that we are sending. Somebody that does not even that talks down on women. Now this kind of person won't carry go represent us. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. And himself, I blame him 100%, because when you are going to such a podcast and they tell you say, oh, this now what you go talk. Oh, you as a normal person, as person who gets sense, you're supposed to be talk, say, no, I'm not to talk this kind of thing. I can't say such a thing. I'm where I come from. The platform I represent will not allow me to mention this kind of, or to say such things. He would have declined. And the worst part is that I heard that he paid money to go that kind of podcast. You can't pay money finish. They can't tell you what you go talk. You can't go foolishly talk that kind of thing for podcast. Now why? You no try at all. You no try. He did not try at all. I blame him 100%. I blame him 100%. Because a right-thinking person, you define popularity. You carry 2.5 million at how much? I think he paid about 2 point something million, if I'm not mistaken. You carry that kind of money. Wait for you stay face your pet project, talk about your pet project. Let us know what you are doing. Or even if you even give the money to the less privileged or the motherless baby home, or you take that money to fund your pet project, at least it's understandable now. You understand? At least that one makes sense. You can't carry and go controversial podcast. They chop your money finish. They can't tell you what you go talk. The thing where you go talk don't even make sense. You can't go carry your mouth talk that kind of thing. You know, just imagine that kind of thing. Just imagine. He said he's now the scapegoat for others to learn. My brother do. As a not be small scapegoat too. This one a big scapegoat. Big one. Because this matter, when they look at with small, would say, it's a small issue. It's a big, very big issue, very big one. Because just imagine, yeah, I don't understand. And another thing again, let's look at I blame him, sure, but let me also blame the franchise holders, Silverbed. Before you crown somebody, please try and do background check. You understand what I'm saying? Try and do background check, because you don't know the kind of how will I put it? The kind of character that person gets. You don't know the kind of character that person gets. If you be say this person is good looking, is this, is that, but what about his character? Have you gone deep to know the kind of person that he is? Because even while he was even in camp last year, during the whole pageant, some people saying that this guy is too arrogant, this guy is too pompous. The way he even behaves is too arrogant and pompous. And please, sorry to say this, when you are choosing people, please try and look at the character. Does this person's character, is this somebody that we can work with? Is this somebody that will be able to present himself very well out there? That's what you should check. Only when they will go and rush pageant. That's what I'm saying. When you don't take time to host pageant. You go host pageant for 1 week. Is that 1 week enough for you to know these contestants? It's not enough. Give them tax. Let them carry out tax for like 3 weeks or 1 month. Then the true character will come outside. That's why Miss World now, they take time to crown their reps. They take 3 weeks or 1 month. These girls are going to stay in camp for 3 weeks, going to 1 month. And the girls, they don't know that they're watching them. They have chaperones that are watching them. Even the hotel staff, they have people that are watching them. Watching how they behave, how they interact with people. Because how you interact with people, your utterances matters a lot when they want to crown the queen or a king. How you relate to people, your utterances, your intelligence, your emotional intelligence, in fact, so many things, how you handle issues, how you handle situations matters a lot. So I think they should be putting those things in consideration. You can't just go ahead and say, oh, and this person, he has the body, he has the looks, he has the money, because of course, now they're looking for who has the money as well. But it shouldn't be about the money, it shouldn't be about the looks, it shouldn't be about, of course, we're looking at the looks, it's a pageant, it's a beauty pageant. But in as much as we are also talking about looks, or talking about your charisma, or your physique, or your aura, please, let's look at the character. How can this person manage people? How does he interact with people? What is his, how is he emotional intelligent to handle situations? Can he make decisions, good decisions, out of, you know without any, on the spot decision, on the spot good decision? Because at the end of the day, all these things matters a lot. They'll just rush, do pageant for 1 week, say they don't crown person. Do you know the person that you're crowning? Do you know how he is? Do you know the personality that he brings into the, where he's coming from? So now this rush wey they do, now they make them dey go crown person wey no get head. Sorry to say this, so I'm not saying that those people don't have head, but when you take your time, to crown your reps, at least, sorry guys, please hold on. No, we want to change the power supply, but I'm still going to continue. So that's what I'm saying. When you go rush hold pageant, see Miss World, like I was saying, they'll take time. They'll take like 1 month. That 1 month, they are looking at the girls. It's not about whether you win head to head challenge, whether you be the number one for sports, whether you are beautiful, you are the most beautiful, then you are the whatever. They are looking at how well you are able to interact with your fellow contestants. Your humility. Are you humble? Do you have sorry guys, I'm back. I'm back. I hope you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me before I continue, please. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me. Um, all right. So I'm trying to set up system so that at least I can read your comments. Sorry. But can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I think I'm back on now. I think I'm back on now. All right. So I think you can hear me. Okay, you can see me now. All right. Okay, so let me read this comment. If I said exactly, background check should be done. Should be done, my dear. I watched Miss World Beauty the Post and I shed tears. It was so emotional. Please, everyone should go and watch it. Yes, yes. Quinty was a Beauty the Post project. Very touching. Yeah, very touching. Very touching. All right, so I'm going to be rounding up. I don't want to waste too much time. So let me just round up. So, like I said, background check is very important. And also, they should be able to look out for humility. Like I mentioned, humility, um, um, social interaction, um, just your general disposition. That's just what they should also try and they should try and put those things into consideration. Because if at all we had somebody that was well grounded, that was emotionally intelligent, that was we understood what and the kind of platform that he's representing, he wouldn't have gone to make that kind of controversial interview. That would put him in trouble because at this point I think he's already regretting his decision. He's already regretting his decision for what he did. Anyway, I wish him the best of luck going forward. That this is a lesson for him. It's a lesson for him that next time, before you make or before you grant any interview, or before you take a decision, please try and make sure that you 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 you, you look at the consequences of that decision or whatever interview you're going to grant. Make sure that whatever you're going to say is not detrimental to your position or to the kind of crown that you carry or to your position. You understand? Because if he had declined that offer and said, no, I'm not going to say such a thing, give me back my money, or better still, let him go for another platform. Because when you're going for such interviews, you need to check the platform on which you are going to grant the interview. Be very careful with those kind of platforms because they can they can um, they can um, they can be detrimental to your position, and that's what just really happened to him. That podcast destroyed his pageant career. So I believe that he must have learned his lessons, and everybody that that's watching or that knows what happened, they must have learned that this is as well. Because next time, when you are in that kind of position, you would act accordingly. You will know how to behave. You know how to present yourself out there when you are granting interviews. So this is very important. It's an eye opener to all the pageant kings and queens and would be contestants, pageant contestants. Please try as much as possible to watch what you say out there. Watch your what you put out on your social media. Because social media now is very it's a very it's a huge platform. So whatever you put on social media, it kind of tells on you, on the kind of personality that you have. It tells on the kind of person that you are. So whatever you put on social media also affects your life as well. So we have to be very careful. Okay, I believe that he has learned his lesson and going forward, I wish him the best of luck. But I will also say that I'm very happy with the replacement. Okay, and congratulations to Mazi Michael for winning the group, his group in Super Chats. I'm so proud of him, and I feel like he's going to do very well in Mister Supranational next month. I wish him all the best of luck, and I'm going to end the live stream here. Thank you for joining me, Divine. Thank you for commenting, and for those of you that are in the live stream and not comment, thank you as well. Okay, please, before you leave live stream, like the video, like this video, okay? And I'll see you all in my next live stream, hopefully on Sunday. Yeah, today is Friday, so hopefully I'll come on live on Sunday as usual. Okay, I hope that I have a very interesting topic. I think there's so many things to talk about, but of course I'll look for a very interesting topic for us to discuss on Sunday. All right, so Miss World is currently ongoing. Please let's go and vote for our representatives. So our international is taking place as we speak. And we have a link already. You guys must have seen her on my videos. So please let's support our queens, okay? Let's support them, give them votes for encouragement, and I wish them Best of luck, all right? So I'll see you guys in my next video. Good night, and have a lovely night rest. Bye.